So now I'm ready to make my applesauce that I'm going to serve samples of tomorrow morning at the farmer's market. And I got the apples from Backyard Orchard, one of the vendors, and they have a basket of apples available for sale that contains 3 different kinds of apples, and they call it an applesauce apple pie mix. And it's got a really nice flavor, the finished product does. And so I've already mostly peeled and chopped the apples. They're in my saucepan on the stove. And I'm going to add a cup of apple juice to them. I'm going to cook these apples down and need some liquid to cover, enough to cover the bottom of the pan. So I'm going to turn on my burner to medium-high heat and bring that to a boil. So it does take a little bit of time for it to heat up. We'll just hang out here and wait till it does. Okay, now I'm going to lower the heat. Lowered it to medium. And I just want to gently cook these apples now for about 15 minutes till they're soft. So I'm going to cover them up and just let them cook. All right, we will check our apples. Ooh, they are really cooking there. And they have gotten nice and soft. I'm going to just take them off of the heat. All right, look how nice they have cooked down. Excellent. You can just make applesauce using a potato masher if that's all that you have. But I do happen to have a food mill here, and I'll just get that in place. I'm going to set my food mill on that bowl. So this is a food mill, and it's got some legs that I'll just kind of extend out and set over my bowl. And then I have a nice big spoon here. I'm going to just spoon that into the food mill. Spoon the apples in there. And I think that's good to start. Okay, so I've got a nice crank on the top. I'll just turn it. And as I turn it, it pushes the apples down. So it pushes the apples through a sieve-like disc. And it goes pretty fast, actually. This separates the skin from the apple, from the flesh of the apple. And so in the end, all you're left with is nice, smooth applesauce. And as I do this, sometimes I will rotate the arm counterclockwise, and that just clears the skin away from the holes and makes it easier for the flesh of the apple to go through. Okay. Great. So now to finish this applesauce, I'm going to spice it up a little bit. I'm going to put my pan back on the burner and put the applesauce back in the pan. I am going to heat this up. I'm going to turn the burner back on to low heat and add some other ingredients. Since these apples are tart, I'm going to add some sugar to them. I'm going to put 1/4 cup of white sugar in, and 1/4 cup of brown sugar. And let's get that burner turned on to low heat. And I'm going to also add the juice of 1 lemon. So this is 1 fresh lemon's juice. And I'm going to add a little bit of spice. That'll give this a nice flavor. 3/4 of a cup, or 3/4 of a teaspoon rather, of cinnamon, and 1/4 of a teaspoon of nutmeg. So now over low heat, we'll just stir that all together. So we'll stir this very well to combine everything and let the sugar dissolve. All right, well that's all looking very good. And so now what I'm going to do is just give this a taste and see how it is, see if it's sweet enough. And it's really all a matter of personal preference. It's a little bit hot. Oh, that is good. I think I'll just put 1 more tablespoon of sugar in though, and that'll be just fine. So we'll get that in. That's such a nice flavor with that mix of 3 different kinds of apples. So now I am done. How easy. I'm just going to remove this from the heat, let it cool, and I will put it in another container and chill it in the fridge overnight and serve it at the farmer's market in the morning. And so I'll see you in the morning at the Anderson Farmer's Market. Good morning from the Anderson Farmer's Market. What a beautiful morning we have today. It's so pretty. There's so much to enjoy here at the market. So many nice vegetables and produce available. Enjoy this recipe, everyone.
This is really good. It's got some cinnamon in it too. It's kind of better than the store-bought applesauce.
And I've got spiced applesauce too. Well, I guess. So how far did you ride this morning? To the hills. Sorry. To the hills. Good. Sold out in 2 minutes. And plus, I bet you never know there was zucchini. They let you know what events we're having, what guest chefs. Just kind of like brownie of it. Yeah. Thank you very much. And then everybody I like to include pictures of some
I kind of saw something.
yeah, there's something there. That's the only clue really that there's a vegetable. We had our kids with the market bag, so these are all things that it's perfect.
Thank you. How are you today, sir?
Just fine, thank you.
It's a beautiful day here, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Nothing to say for Monday. Oh, September. Summer, December. Evening Monday. Night blankets day. Final glow of the sun. Stars light one by one.
I can argue that. Because it's darker, that's why it was
Okay, I will. I'll be there this week.
I can get on our Facebook. Yes. I do. Okay. Oh, great. Thank you so much. I can do my take. Okay. Yes. Okay. That's really good. It gives a nice flavor. Oh, absolutely. There's no sugar. There is sugar. I did add some sugar.
I went from a 90.
Not a lot. Yeah.
Now, what was thinking?
You're welcome.
Very good. How about yourself? Doing very well.
I just not going to have time.
It's been such a lovely morning here at the Anderson Farmers Market. I've enjoyed giving my samples to lots and lots of people and had such nice conversations with everyone. Thanks so much for coming, those who came, and have a wonderful time with these recipes, and I'll see you next time.